Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I was due in Nashville, Tennessee. As you can tell, we are way down low today. How did we get so low? It's because we soared so high. We flew up into the sky and we built our amazing walls. And now, I'm realizing I'm out of diamonds. How am I going to make more tools if I don't have diamonds with which to, I don't know, fletch them? No, that's not the right word for sure. But, whoa. What is the game doing today? That's a little strange. This is my Fortune 3 Unbreaking 3 pick. Now, arguably, I should probably have, things in my offhand, like torches, or possibly my Silk Touch pick out to grab all this, because I don't really need cobblestone, but I do need smooth stone. Didn't bring my Silk Touch pick. Oh well, whatever. We'll be fine. Woo, mine and you shall receive. It looks like we have stumbled onto some sort of prismatic array of magical resources. Not magical, natural, important, vital. So we're just going to put some lights in here and go ahead and grab all that we can. Get a little iron, a little redstone. Now I hear zombies. My concern is that the zombies are directly above the diamonds somehow. So that terrifies me. Let's just go ahead forward a little bit and kind of mine our way upward without necessarily doing so in a way that completely exposes us. Like, this feels marginally safer. Because, yeah. Okay, well, it looks like the diamonds are not directly below the zombies, at least. And so it looks like also we have a nice 2x2 block here. Boom. Diamond rain. So we'll go ahead and toss this flint and upgrade to diamond-tipped everything. 20 diamonds. Boom. That's like a score of diamonds. Score. Anyway. So I figure I should run over here and grab some sugarcane, because, nothing like sugarcane to make paper out of, and nothing like paper to make books out of, and nothing like enchanting to make a day out of. So let's have an enchanting day, everybody. Time skip.
Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
Repetitive block placement. It's one way to move up in the world. It's funny because everybody's like, how am I going to get to the next thing? And sometimes getting to the next thing is just basically doing exactly what you're already doing over and over and just grinding it out. And sometimes getting to the next thing is doing something radically different. Like, when I'm done placing all these blocks, I'm going to have to do something way different from placing all these blocks. But until then, placing all these blocks is really the best I can possibly do. Like, having this actually be enclosing here, the way it's supposed to be, is going to make a big difference. Now, this is a temporary structure. This, not the whole structure, but just this scaffold, because I know I need to close this off on this side too. But in terms of making this visible from the sea and looking awesome, that's a pretty high priority piece of that. So why don't we go ahead and Ender Pearl up and over? That might be a really dangerous Ender Pearl. I have no idea where that's going to drop me. Whoa. Check that out. Perfect cornering. Yeah. So anyway, now that we've sealed up the sides of there, this whole structure is going to feel significantly more solid, which I think is a boon for everybody involved in the area. Now, I know Mumbo's planning to continue expanding his ocean here, so the better that this can look near his ocean, the better that it is for everybody. I want to be a good neighbor and keep that sort of thing in mind. Now, I've finished several of these walls, but not all of them. We've still got this buddy over here, need to knock out or knock in. And I've also got these little 5-wide panels on this side, which is one of the most obvious gaps from the sea. So, why don't we go ahead and grab our ink and our concrete powder and get underway. Time skip. Boom. So there we go. Having that extra edge in there really works well. Having that supported works well. we're just going to keep doing the work and getting things done. And, you know, bit by bit, we'll make a little bit of progress. We'll have a little bit of fun. But you know what? Sometimes it feels like our work is never done. Speaking of which, I'm going to knock a hole here because this is about to be immediately concealed. What have I been doing over the weekend? I've actually been doing a lot of work on my office. I got my, well, it was my wife and my 5th wedding anniversary this weekend. And so we went out to dinner on Friday, and my wife bought me another bookshelf for my office as an anniversary gift. So I came in on Saturday morning and assembled that. So I have a excellent second bookshelf now, and that's really kind of helping get the space together, because it was definitely for a while feeling a little bit sterile and empty, and not so much now. Dude, bookshelves are awesome for office space when you do recording stuff because it helps baffle the sound. So that way, if there's like noise outside, not as much of it'll be will bounce around the office, or the noise I make won't bother other people as much, or like my own echo from my talking won't end up interfering with the recordings if I get too loud in a particular episode. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oops. I think we can take one of these up a little bit more. Yeah, that looks cool. Let's take this one lower, just to have one or two that go a little bit lower than the rest. As well as this one. Come on. There we go. Okay, great. Okay, so let's go ahead and teleport over here using the magic of teleportation. That's usually when the verb form of something is like the noun. No. Yeah, I guess without shun at the end, then I feel like I had a point to this. Anyway, I feel like I had a point to this episode too, but somewhere along the way it just got lost. All I wanted to do was get this corner put in, this piece fixed. Little pieces throughout here. Definite improvements. I'm pretty happy with it. Can't wait for this whole wall to be done, and that whole wall to be done. I thought about trying to get all of this recorded and being like, look, in this episode I did all the walls. But it's been like 4 days, and I need to publish episodes eventually. So, yeah, sorry if this one didn't really have a strong through line. But yeah, if there's any topics you guys would like to hear me talk about, definitely let me know in the comments. Or if there's anything else that you have opinions about, definitely let me know, because I do read them all. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.